So if y'all were to choose a few traits to describe what healthy leadership means to you, or how you've observed that in other people, or that you're even seeking to emulate or embody in your own life, like what would they be?
Yeah, I came up with three, but admittedly, they're kind of categories.
Yeah.
Okay, the first one I thought of was self-aware. Like, if you are not aware of what's going on inside of you, you are going to continue to respond out of your shadow side, your trauma, your bad motivations, all of those things. And so I think self-aware is really, really important. Secondly, well boundaried, and that means both internal and external, right? So those external boundaries are I don't check my email on Fridays and Saturdays because I need to spend time with my family, or I Sabbath every week. I use Google Voice for work calls so that I can turn off those notifications and people don't have my personal cell phone number when I go on vacation, things like that. But then the internal boundaries of I can't change how someone feels. And it's not my job, like their relationship with God, their how they feel is not my responsibility. And that's that whole like responsible to but not responsible for. Obviously, as a pastor, I'm responsible to people to influence and hopefully cultivate emotional and spiritual health, but I am not responsible for their emotional and spiritual health. So those internal boundaries, when somebody's upset with you, for you to just go, I think this is not a me problem. I think that's a them problem.
Mm.
But is there something that I should take from this? Which goes to the third one, which is just humble. You got to be humble and open to feedback, open to criticism, open to trying things differently, allowing other people to try things differently. Um, I've had a lot of experience in the last few years kind of handing over some things that I led for a very long time to new people and just going, okay, like I want them to feel empowered to do things differently and I'm going to support them in that. Like, hey, actually, I made this mistake like 10 years ago and you're about to make it. And so let's just like stop and think about this. But also, like, hey, let's try it. I don't think that'll work, or I'm not sure how that'll work, but let's do it together. But I really think my like word for 2026 is open. I just want to be open to feedback. I want to be open to new ways of thinking, different perspectives, different ways of doing things. And I think that's really, really important that we don't get defensive when people say, hey, what if we did this differently? Or that didn't work for me, or this is how I feel. I think that's really important.
Wow. Shannon, you took my notes.
All right. Well,
You saw them before
that's
because
me. I was
we,
speaking over your shoulder.
or I took your notes.
Well, I mean, I was in your emotionally healthy leaders group, so
Well, I'm
maybe.
just so happy and so proud that you remembered. Um, no, the first one on my list, and again, we're talking about leadership across the board, but I said prayerful, and that's because I want a leader that's rooted in their connection to God, that their first thought of what do I need to do in a challenging situation is to pray, which means they're slowing down and they're connecting to God. And I just think that that's a heart posture that's going to yield good fruit. But my second word was humble. And I was actually talking with another therapist here at our office about it, Adrian Jones, and he used the word humble. And because I was thinking about vulnerable, open, a lot of the words that Shannon just said. Someone that can be a leader and wear that hat and still be receptive to feedback, to correction. I don't like it when there's leaders that don't have any accountability, and there are situations where that's the case. So leaders that build in accountability where there's not that, I see that as incredibly healthy, and that's a humble move.